from the Challenger Learning Center, and today we'll be highlighting the IMAX documentary, Dinosaurs Alive. This documentary takes viewers on the journey to discover various dinosaurs from the Triassic to Cretaceous period. Check out the description to find out how you can watch this movie. Today, I'll be taking you through some activities that have to relate to the film. The first activity I'll be showing you has to do with dinosaur adaptations. Like other animals, dinosaurs' mouths and teeth are adapted to help them get and eat their prey. Dinosaurs with smaller, narrower snouts are able to reach into crevices and get their food from there. Other dinosaurs with larger, wider mouths are best adapted for browsing the ground for low-hanging plants. Carnivores, or meat eaters, tend to have sharp teeth that help them to bite and chew their prey. Herbivores, or plant eaters, have larger, duller teeth that allow them to detach plants and leaves and grind them up. Omnivores, which eat both meat and plants, have a mix of teeth between herbivores and carnivores and use some of the similar characteristics of both. For this activity, you'll need a variety of clips and tongs and some objects of different size and shapes. We'll be using these clips to act as our dinosaur mouths and see which ones pick up the different types of food better. The binder clip will be our herbivore, as it has a large mouth with flat edges that resemble the flat teeth. The alligator clip can act as our carnivore because of its serrated edges and narrow snout. The other clips can act as our omnivores because they have a mix of mouth sizes and teeth shape, like this clothespin that has these ridges in it. The strip of paper is long and flat, just like plants and leaves that herbivores may eat, while our M&Ms have a hard shell, just like the tough skin that the carnivores prey on. Try using your different dinosaurs to sort your food objects. Which dinosaur clip is best suited for each type of food? This is how dinosaurs' mouths, snouts, and teeth are best adapted to their type of food. The second activity we have is making a dinosaur skeleton. For this activity, we'll need some paper, some Q-tips, scissors, glue, and a marker or crayon or anything like that. Using the Q-tips, build the skeleton of your dinosaur. Make sure to give him or her a backbone and any other bones you want, like wings or legs. You can cut the Q-tips in half if needed. Once you have finished your dinosaur skeleton, glue these Q-tips to the sheet of paper. When you're done gluing your Q-tips, you can go ahead and draw a head, the body, or anything else you want to include for your dinosaur. I hope you enjoyed these activities highlighting the Dinosaurs Alive IMAX documentary. We hope to see you again soon when the Challenger Learning Center reopens. Thanks for joining.